It's 9 p.m. and we're going on a pretty risky trip to the seediest area of Buenos Aires. The neighborhood is called Constitución and is located near the train station. Right about this time, the streets get very busy here. They've got it all. Drugs, prostitution, all kinds, anything. So, let's see it. Yeah, all the stuff you like to hear about, I know. The area close to the train station looks pretty ordinary. Lots of people. New arrivals are getting in their cabs, street sellers are selling bootleg clothes and stuff right on the roadside, but as we go further, it gets emptier. At a first glance, there's no one here except that guy. But in truth, there's a lot of action here. Check out this guy by the wall. He's definitely watching us from his hiding place. There's definitely some action going on here. They're all going around talking to each other, looking around. They looked at us and saw me with a camera, and it was like, right, some creep with a camera? Let's watch him. This place is really f***ed. Look, wait, do you think we could step out here to get a few shots? It's your funeral, guys. In every street and alley, we see dudes like this, hanging out, chilling on a sofa. That alley over there is very quiet. It's empty now, and it's a known place where they sell drugs. It's very interesting how they run it. They have a system. A few guys are watching the perimeter, and the guy in the middle probably runs points. Then there are 3 more dudes by the traffic lights, and then there's this dude who seems to be taking something from this crate and putting it into plastic bags. Let's get out of here, he saw us! It turns out I missed one dude who was sitting by the entrance to this alley on lookout, I guess. Fuck. We drove by and he shouted to them, "Filmando gato," which means, "This pedo's filming." We're in trouble now, and I don't know if we can get out of here while we can. This is lyadov, and today I'm in Argentina, a most beautiful, colourful country that won the FIFA World Cup last year. People here love football, so much they print Messi's name on onesies for their newborns and dress their babies in Argentina's football jerseys. People here love beef steaks, so much that the city of Buenos Aires runs a special service, sending trucks to collect tons of bones produced by the restaurants every night. And they love their freedom. So much here that they have an entire neighborhood where people don't pay for anything at all, like electricity or water, and where they don't have an official title to their property. But nonetheless, they keep building one hut on top of another, which is how this huge favela district has come to be. The locals call it a villa. This is lyadov, and my report on how people live in Argentina.
Argentina.
Are you subscribed to our channel? Not yet? The sad thing is that Anton can't go on his next adventure until you do. So pretty please, subscribe now. That's right. Go ahead, click subscribe. Well done and thank you. We can continue now.
Well friends, we're now again in Latin America, on our way to check out some slums. This neighborhood is called Villa 31. Villa is the Argentinian name for the kind of slums they call favelas in Brazil or barrios in Venezuela. And here, they call them villas. Just look at how huge this place is. It was started by the workers who unloaded train and ship cargo in this area and built themselves huts close to work. Then they were joined by job-seeking immigrants, and one day they ran out of space on this patch of land and started building huts on top of each other to the best of their abilities, which is why this area now looks the way it does, like something built out of mismatched blocks, 2, 3, and sometimes even 5 stories tall. And look at how densely developed this land is, with no gaps between buildings and no hallways or staircases inside. All the stairs are outside, like these here, and each building has an outdoor spiral staircase of its own, which is why you see lots of them as you walk around. It is actually the multitude of staircases and the wires that gives these slums their signature look, by the way. The streets are so narrow you can't drive a car here, which is why they all use cargo scooters like this one to deliver things. Look, these guys are so heavily loaded, they have trouble getting over a speed bump. This guy here delivers coke, and cargo scooter ads are among the most popular ones in the local classifieds. There are lots of amazing and kind people here, but there are also enough of those who take advantage of the fact that the police don't come here very often. So we've been advised to wrap the camera belts around our hands, as well as not take our phones, money, or basically anything of value when going here. And we have pretty much ignored every bit of this advice. We've come here with 2 cameras. Everything here is behind bars. Windows, doors, balconies, even staircases. The bars are everywhere, and people basically live their lives behind the bars. Check out this place, for example. There's a door behind the bars, and right behind this door is an apartment. The TV is on, I spot 2 dogs and 2 cats, and the owner is watching cat videos on TikTok. By the way, they have a crazy number of cats and dogs around here. Look at this little cutie. This little girl is not allowed out, so she managed to get the dog to come closer and is trying to play with it. Just look at how chill this dude is. He's a street seller selling some screwdrivers, and he's got himself a karaoke while at it. Just look. He put an old telly on a beer crate and turned the karaoke on. That's life for you. You sit, you sing, you enjoy your day. The ground floor properties cost the most around here because you can run a business out of them. Here's a hair salon, for example. There, a phone repair shop. The next one is selling clothes. And here's another place selling ice. That's what the sign says, ice for sale. A dude is walking around shouting, which means mirror in Spanish. Here's one guy drilling something. There, a dude sewing something. What's amazing is that things can be completely unpredictable here. For example, here they might have a nail salon, and just 2 doors down they might be running a shop cooking some illegal stuff. No kidding. That's how diverse and intense life is in this neighborhood. If you look up, you'll literally see cobwebs of wires everywhere, and it's one hell of a mess. By the way, that dude with the mirrors seems to have sold one already. So this entire neighborhood looks the way it does because it's a squatter colony. Original settlers squatted on vacant city land, and that's how it's been till today. Only now their houses are connected to electricity and water supply, while residents don't pay a dime. None of these people pay for anything. No. Really? Yeah, they steal electricity. For real? They steal electricity. All these connections to the grid are unauthorized. All these endless wires. Yes, all the endless wires that you can see. And the city recently built sewers here. Before that, it was impossible to walk around here. It stank of shit. It was like a cesspit. Now, they've got the sewers. Right, with these drain holes. Yep, proper sewers. Also, the government has paved the roads here. They're trying to gentrify this area little by little, make it nicer. This is Mikhail. He's been living in Argentina for 25 years now, and he knows the place well enough to take tourists here. Yet, another surprising thing about this neighborhood is that although it's a squatter colony, the government in fact pays for its repairs and overhaul. No one's allowed to build a new building on an empty spot here, if you can find one. You're only allowed to build on top of an existing structure, on the roof. So the settlements can still expand vertically, but not horizontally. Fun fact, you can build a place and then sell the spot on your roof to someone else so they could build another place on top of yours. The spot on the roof costs around $1,000. A ready place costs about $4,000. Workers at this construction site are taking a break and offering me a local drink. This is a signature drink of Argentina, called mate. It's a hot drink. They usually pour boiling water into the cup with the herbs. Here they are. But since these guys work all day in the sun, they drink it cold. So I'm going to try it now. It's very good. It really has a herbal taste. You know, like some of the herbs that you never thought were good to make a drink of. It's got a very peculiar taste. A bit like herbal medicine of sorts, I'd say. And the key thing about drinking mate in Argentina is that you pass around one cup with one straw. Like, if you're gathered with your family or some friends have come to visit, everyone will drink from the same cup through one straw. Just like now that I'm here at the construction site, I'm drinking from the same cup and straw these guys use. They are so short of space here that people will squat anywhere if only they see a chance. A few years ago, the city built a road that goes right over the neighborhood, crossing it end to end. So people figured since there's so much space under the bridge, why waste it? And started building huts on top of each other, supported by the bridge supports.
Bam, bam, she wanna flick for the gram. Toda esa puta saben who I am, so she wanna check this beach on cam. Like, hold up, she wanna swallow this pull up. Soon as I bust, I'ma roll up. Phone lines are better, I pull up.
Guys, if you like my video and if you like what we're doing, I would really appreciate if you support us on Patreon, on Pioneer or on PayPal, and we try to make even more great films from new dangerous places for you. Thank you. All the links are in the description. Please donate.
And here's a bunch of local bums. They seem to have quite a life here. They've even got a dog. Well, I guess everybody needs a friend, right? It's always more fun with the friends. And so they're hanging out there and life is beautiful. They've got a bed, some pillows, and a dog. They're all set. Here's a cafe that looks pretty neat. There are some swings for the kids, and parents take them here to have some fun. A couple of teenagers seem to be having a romantic moment, young love, you know. And just a few feet away, there are some very questionable dudes who, by all accounts, seem to live right there. The lady is training the dog, or she thinks she's training it, and her neighbors seem to be having some action. A girl gives a guy some money. He comes back 5 minutes later, bringing something that makes her do a little happy dance. And they all seem to get together and have some of whatever it is. It's funny that the girl's t-shirt says police, while the real police station is just a few yards away from this spot. Imagine that local bad guys, although maybe just any kind of local guys, have a saint of their own. See this little red shrine? It's been made for the local Robin Hood hero. It's a local guardian angel figure, or a patron saint, so to say. Like a saint. Like a saint, that's right. And they come here to ask for his protection and to ask for good luck? Exactly so. His name is Gauchito Gil. Inside this shrine, you can see cigarettes, a watch, some coins. Some people even throw car keys in. These are offerings by local Robin Hoods after a successful heist, asking for protection from the police, or before a heist, asking for good luck. The drugs are everywhere here. Every single day, I and my wife are struggling to protect our kids from them. We don't let them go anywhere alone. We don't let our eldest go grocery shopping on his own. It's common knowledge that a dozen drug cartels operate in this neighborhood. A study undertaken by the Argentine Union of Teachers revealed that up to 70% of the local kids quit school in order to work because their parents are unable to feed them. And even this life is better than some of the neighboring countries can offer. About 1/4 of people living here have migrated from Paraguay. Bordered by Argentina to the south, Paraguay is considered the poorest nation in Latin America.
Y después fue y nos buscó. Vinimos acá para buscar un futuro, para estudiar algo, y ahí arrancamos de a poco.
They now have 3 children and a small apartment. Look, Gabriel put up a hammock in the room so his wife Alba could both cook and nurse the baby. Another interesting thing, this isn't a well-off family. They live in the slums, but check out all the meat on the stove. The best way to learn more about a country is to have a meal with a local family and to try some local food. I'm telling you, it's absolutely amazing. Here we have a beef stew with thick gravy and some beans. Absolutely gorgeous, tastes like heaven. Real quality homemade food. So yummy. Instead of bread, like in some countries, they eat their food with this amazing stuff. This is cassava, or yucca, as they call it. The taste is somewhere between bread and potatoes, and they eat it like the bread we eat at home, with food. This is what it looks like a banana, but in truth, it's nothing like it, not by texture or by taste. It's kind of like potatoes, and tastes better. So basically, it feels like I'm eating raw potatoes, only it's softer and tastes a bit more like dough. A soft version of a potato, I'd say, and it really is filling. Very nice. And one more thing, check this out. Just an ordinary meal in the slums, of all places, and take a look at these steaks. I'm gonna grab one of these right away because in Argentina, a day without a steak is a day lost, as you understand.
Без стейка прожить день не прожить. Вот. С удовольствием. Прямо здесь.
So, with great pleasure, homemade, home-cooked, it's absolutely amazing. It totally is.
Постоянно.
So this is what a typical apartment in this villa looks like. This is the living room. Here are the kids watching cartoons, little fellas. Bueno.
Buena.
Here is someone's bed.
Кто-то еще.
And the most amazing thing about this seemingly ordinary apartment is that the apartments here always have a back door to another street.
На как бы другую улицу. И смотрите, как это.
Check out what it looks like. I step out and find myself in some weird place.
Подъезд какой-то,
It's half done, and this place has a spiral staircase that takes me to another side of this building.
часть здания, да? Охренеть, смотрите, просто как...
Holy moly, look at this maze, no less. One tunnel takes us to another tunnel, and I see above that this is a passage between 2 buildings next to each other.
Видите, надо мной опять стык 2 домов.
How crazy is that? And you keep walking and walking and walking, like through tunnels, between the walls, literally through secret passages.
И тут
There are people living here.
люди. Вот.
Look, this is someone's kitchen, and a lady seems to be feeding her baby. You see? A baby.
Да, малыш.
I'm stunned. This is incredible. It's like a man-made jungle forest, a web of passages.
Каменные джунгли и, друзья, 3.
And now, my friends, 1, 2, 3, ta-da! We're in a street. I'll be damned. This is a real hardcore
Обалдеть вообще. То есть такие классические
Latin American slum with millions of secret passages, known only to the locals. I see now how Pablo Escobar was able to stay in hiding for months in a place like this, because, there's no way you can find anyone here unless they want you to. It's a perfect place to hide from the police, from your creditors, from your wife, you name it. Simply incredible.
Обалдеть.
Bam, bam, she wanna flick for the gram. Todas esas putas saben who I am, so she wanna check this bitch on cam. Like, hold up, she wanna swallow this pull up. Soon as I bust, I'ma roll up. Phone lines are better, I pull up. Papi te paga los biles, nada más que quiero ese culo. Prefiere el sexo conmigo que yo te lo meto bien duro. I bought a Benz straight from the trap. I don't like paying no taxes.
It's getting dark, streets are getting empty, people hurry to catch the last bus. But there are those who are in no hurry anywhere. They're only starting their work. For example, this girl by a bus stop. A bus comes and goes, and she keeps standing there in a miniskirt, looking around.
Знаете, это такая прям точка.
She is working this corner, and it's a red light district. In other words, they're selling sex here. Look at this juicy lady right over there. Here she comes. Look at her. Isn't she gorgeous? Look at how tight and low her top is. She's basically a walking advertisement.
Прям рекламная вывеска.
As we go, we see more and more girls like this, until we come to a corner with 3. Here they are. One is leaving now. It looks like they're hanging out. They probably all live there.
Это вообще страшная ловушка.
We decided to follow one of them. She's not steady on her feet. First she says hello to some lady, and then some drunk dudes try to hit on her, but she shakes them off. Jeez, these guys are so super emotional. They look just like bums in Russia, only Russian dudes are way less emotional. All the locals obviously know her, but while we're watching these dudes, we lose her out of sight. We drive on and see another corner worked by 3 girls, and they also know all the locals. See a guy walks by and says hi to them. Another one stops by to kiss hello. And as we're watching them, I notice some of them are looking our way. Like, seems like there are some creeps with a camera there. Then another gives us a look, and then more girls start showing up, so it starts to feel a bit risky here. I also noticed a group of guys on the side of the road, and while I was watching what they were up to, our car was literally attacked by these girls from behind. Let's go, go! Now, look what happened. We lost the girl out of sight, but she kept watching us. She spotted that we're filming, told more people, and they all attacked our car, and we're probably gonna kick it and shout. So, they saw us, right? Yeah, they did. Fuck. Whew. Well, you wanted some action in the slums, so you got it. It's not like there's no police here. There is. For example, we drove down one street and saw a bunch of guys selling, and literally 5 minutes later, we barely made a round, the police was already there, and the street was completely empty. All those dudes were just gone. There's certainly crime here, and the police is stretched thin battling it. Yet, at the same time, you can't say that the country is unsafe. Argentina is a safe destination for travelers. Here is a crime rate by country index, where bright red indicates the most crime-ridden nations. In terms of crime rate, Argentina is 16th from the top, between Namibia and Nigeria. The US is 54th, and Russia 94th. However, if we look at the homicide rate, then we'll see that Russia and the United States rank 51st and 52nd respectively, while Argentina ranks 71st. In other words, you stand a much higher chance getting killed by criminals in Russia or America than in Argentina. As someone who's traveled around Latin America and seen Brazil, Venezuela, and a bit of Colombia, I can assure you that I felt a lot safer in Argentina than in other countries. So it's perfectly okay to come here for a vacation.